feel safe, when that covenant of peace, it's not functioning, you're not allowing it to work in your life, what happens? This is what happens. Whenever a person doesn't feel safe, then what they want to do is they want to control. They want to control the circumstances around them. They want to control everything. They want to control the people that come into their sphere of influence. That's what happens when we don't feel safe. When we feel safe, we blossom in health, in finances, in prosperity, in soundness of mind. We become whole in every area of our life. When we don't feel safe, fear starts to control. And that fear that controls, it affects everyone around you. And I'll tell you this too. You can mask it, but understand this. Fear is a spirit, and it's going to show up. Yes. You're going to get, if you keep it in, you'll become more oppressed, dark, and the stuff that you start to sing, because it'll show up. It will be dark. It affects everyone. When you don't feel safe, and there's that fear, the fear comes in, everything is affected. The atmosphere is affected. Our bodies are affected when we don't feel peace, but instead when we feel fear, our bodies are affected. There's and I'm sharing some of the stuff. This isn't all my stuff. This is stuff from some studies I've been doing. There's a gland in the brain called, any nurses or doctors here? Amygdala gland. It's in the brain, and it's responsible for emotions, survival instincts, and memory. It's responsible for the fight or the flight responses we have. And when we don't feel safe, what happens is we become dangerous, not just to ourselves, but others. Why? Because you stimulate that gland and you're going to start to do one thing. You're either going to fight or you're going to run away. I remember one time there was something heavy on me, pressing on me, and that's when I used to get up every morning, like around 5 o'clock, and I'd run around the track. And I understand how that gland works because it's happened to me. And this thing was heavy on me. And as I started to go around the track, I started to think about it. I started to think about the situation. It was like, God, if I could just get out of my mind. If I could just get out of my mind. And you have the sense of feeling when I was running, like, oh God, I can run around the track 50 times just to try and get that thing out of me. But normally I could only go about 5 to 10 times. But it creates, it's almost like an adrenaline. It's not adrenaline, but it's something like that where it pushes you because you want to escape that situation out of your mind. And so you keep going and keep going, hoping that thing would come out. You forget it, it'll move away from you. I know what fear is like. And it's dangerous. Because I could have run around that track and killed myself, get a heart attack. I had to stop and say, this is not reality. This is not my life. It makes you do things that are not good for you. It makes you do things, fear will make you do things make decisions that are not good. Because your response, you're looking at the situation for where it is at that moment in time. And that's not, of course, it's not going to stay that way. It's going to change. But what happens is a lot of times people make the decision on the spur of the moment based on what's right in front of them. And that's not healthy. That's not healthy. So that's why fear is dangerous, because it doesn't just affect you, but it also affects others.